Because we all talk about how we want God to bless America. Well, if we want God to bless America, let's get America right with God. So let's see what Scripture says about the immigrants. If you look into the Scripture, and if you get out your concordance and look out, I took the most derogatory word, alien, and I looked that word up in my concordance, and there's 119 references to that word in the Scripture. 119. And if you read them all, there's three themes that come out. One, don't mistreat or oppress the alien. Exodus 22. The second theme is govern the aliens with the same laws that you govern yourselves. The book of Numbers, chapter 15, verse 15. That's my amnesty verse. And three, that if you oppress the alien, God said, I'm really going to be ticked off. And the prophets warn us in Ezekiel 22, chapter 30, and that often used verse by evangelical Christians. God is calling for a man to stand in the gap on behalf of the land so he wouldn't have to destroy it. But verse 29 sums up what the entire chapter is about. It says, because you have abused your neighbor, because you have charged him excessive interest, usury, because you oppress the poor and you deny the aliens their rights. And that's why God was calling for a man to stand in the gap. So we're asking you today to stand in the gap, which we have, our union has done it time and time and time again. Not to overcome the people that oppress us, but to make us partners, to be reconciled with one another, like the Good Shepherd who comes and pastors us to reconcile one another, because that's the way he wants us to reflect the image of God on this earth, how we live with each other. So, when we, as Americans, cannot reconcile this division among us, something's got to happen. I don't care whether it's because of immigrants now, the Latinos, whether it's civil rights with African Americans, and we're still fighting that fight in some parts of the country. I don't care what it is, even in the labor issue today, Senate Bill 5 and all the divisions, somebody trying to get advantage over another. Let's talk about recognizing one another, have the discourse and dialogue that's required to listen, understand, and know each other's problems so we can reconcile, so we can find a win-win situation, not a winner-loser situation. That would be God's way. That should be our way. And if Latinos who are coming out of the shadows know something about what it is to be oppressed and exploited, can offer that as a contribution so that we can reconcile our policies locally, statewide, and internationally. Imagine what this world would be if we had a foreign policy calling for equity in our trade agreements with Latin America, as opposed to capturing the market, capturing this. I mean, the NAFTA agreement, that's the number one reason why it's devastating the Mexican countryside. Just one example, commodity of corn. Corn is a staple in Mexico. Everybody grows corn in Mexico for their own consumption and to sell in the local market for the other goods that your family needs. When we passed NAFTA and eliminated the tariffs on the border, the Mexican farmers couldn't compete with North American farmers, because we're talking, all you fans of the Farm Bill, we're talking about highly subsidized American farmers competing with Mexican farmers who have no such subsidies. Who do you think is going to win the market? So, according to the Carnegie Institute, we have displaced over 6 million corn farmers and their families through the NAFTA agreement. And then we complain about them coming to the border trying to survive and feed their families. I say, if you want Mexicans to stop coming across the border without papers, well, let's stop displacing them in Mexico in the first place. So finally, let me just say that if it is my hope of the influence of the Latino community, now and in the future, is that we influence and help shape a policy that's righteous, Because if we don't, people are going to fight us. And that's what Latin American countries now, by creating their own economic network, Venezuela and some of the South American countries, we have to cut the mustard and say we can create an equitable deal with them. Because there's room for everybody in this world. There's room for everybody to prosper. And we cannot do it by polarizing wealth and polarizing power. We need to have equity. And that, my friends, is the hope that we can influence in our country, but not playing into the divisions that perhaps may benefit one person or two people, but something that is good of all so we can truly live up to that American creed, liberty and justice for all.